All right, let's jump ahead. And by the way, keep your predictions coming. Whatever we predict, you predict. Just send them in on our YouTube live stream. Right now, we're going to predict NFC South champion, runner-up, third place, fourth place.
Also participating.
What?
Also participating.
Oh, is that what fourth place?
Yes.
Yeah, they were there. We'll start with the winner and we'll work our way down. Does that make sense?
Okay.
Winner, I'm going Falcons.
All right.
They're the betting favorite. I just want to see what that offense can do. Obviously, Kirk Cousins is a better quarterback than the guys they've had recently. But I want to see what that offense can do when unshackled from Arthur Smith. That's kind of what I'm getting at. Not saying Arthur Smith is a bad play caller. I'm saying he's a specific play caller. When you have Derrick Henry and the Titans offense like he had when he was the offensive coordinator in Tennessee, his philosophies work. When you don't, and you have Drake London to take advantage of, and Kyle Pitts to take advantage of, and versatility from Bijan Robinson to take advantage of, I don't think that was a great fit. So getting him out and seeing Bijan Robinson unshackled from an offense run by Arthur Smith, I think there's going to be some fireworks in Atlanta. So I picked the Falcons as the winner. I'll just run through mine, then you can run through yours. Second place, I'm going Bucks. Veterans rarely collapse, and they were decent last year. The Mike Evans, the Chris Godwins, Tristan Wirfs, Vita Vea, Levante David. I'm trying to think who else. They like those are Super Bowl champions. Those guys have been there through the ups and the downs. I see them being at least steady Eddie enough to go 9-8 and finish second in the division.
It's kind of hard to tell what their offense is going to look like this season.
True, and Baker's there, so Baker is there.
Baker.
They don't have their offensive coordinator, obviously. He's now the head coach of the Panthers.
Yeah.
Speaking of the Panthers, not dead last.
Yeah, okay.
I have them third. Improvement and culture go a long way. Fresh feelings go a long way. This is half, I think, the Panthers to improve, and half, I think, the Saints are going to bottom out. So the Panthers, I think, fresh everything feels good. They end up third place. Saints in fourth. Part of this is a Dennis Allen thing. He's their head coach. Mm-hmm. Certain coaches out there, I think, are just better assistants, better coordinators, better position coaches than they are head coaches. It's not their fault. It's just a personality thing. I don't know if Dennis Allen has the moves and the awareness to be a head coach. I don't know if you've seen some of the talk from Dennis Allen on Kondre Miller, their running back who they drafted in the second round last year, I think it was, maybe third.
Okay.
He's brutal to Kondre Miller in the media.
Really?
And just, I'd love to know how good he is. He never practices. He's always hurt. And it's just, you can be that blunt in like a position room. You can't be that blunt at a media press conference as the head coach. It just, it doesn't endear you to the locker room. So I'm not sure Dennis Allen is the dude to lead them. I think they're going to bottom out this year, probably have a new quarterback, new coach next season. So Saints, they deal with some tough spots there and finish fourth.
My list's exactly the same.
Really?
Exactly the same. I had the Panthers finishing ahead of the Saints. I think the Saints, their roster overall isn't that great. I think
old and expensive.
It's exactly. I think it's a byproduct of them just pushing salary cap dollars into future years. Well, guess what? Now it's time to pay that bill. And your roster just isn't that good. Yeah, you have Chris Olave as a wide receiver, who's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
But outside of that,
Kamara catching passes.
I mean, A.T. Perry from Wake Forest is your number 3 receiver, who, by the way, actually didn't practice today because of a hand injury.
I didn't know that, but I like A.T. Perry as a project.
As do I. But he might be their 3rd, 4th receiver, the way things are set right now. But
I also think there's some overlap. Olave's good on the deep ball. Rashid Shaheed's good on the deep ball. A.T. Perry's good on the deep ball. Mm-hmm. You need a variety a little bit. Derek Carr can't throw the same, 9-ball, go ball every single play just because, that's what each guy does well. And
Alvin Kamara's production the last 3 years has dipped. His first 4 years in the NFL, this was his yards per carries. 6'1", 4'7", 4'9", and 5. Those were his first 4 years in the NFL. Good. The last 3 years, 3.7, 4, and 3.9. He's in his 8th year now in the NFL. I'm sorry, running back as many touches and carries and catches that he's had in his career, it just wears on you. And the offensive line isn't as good. And like you said, Derek Carr isn't the best quarterback. His most productive years were when he had Drew Brees as his head coach and Sean Payton as the head or Drew Brees as his quarterback.
Feels forever ago.
And Sean Payton as the head coach / coordinator. that's not there for him anymore.
So I wish, and I think, based on what you just said, you're with me here. I wish we could sit here and say we had the Panthers in third because we think they're this hotshot upstart team, but a lot of it does have to do with the fact that I think we both see the Saints bottoming out a bit.
I still think the Panthers are a 6-win team, which is a vast improvement from last year. I think the Saints are like a 5-4 win team. And I honestly, I think Atlanta probably gets 10, and the Bucs probably go 8 and 9.
If we really want to look into the future of the Saints here, I think a high draft pick is very possible. I think they'll be bummed by the quarterbacks available, and they might be motivated to do 1 year with the Rattler experience, knowing that if it works, they found their dude on the cheap. That's great. And I'm talking about I'm blanking on his first name. Rattler from South Carolina, who started at Oklahoma. Spencer. I was going to call him Shane.
Him too.
Spencer Rattler. I could see them doing 1 year of Spencer Rattler with the understanding that either you found your guy and it's cheap and awesome, or it won't go well and you'll end up drafting high when there's maybe a few more attractive quarterbacks coming up the pipeline in the next draft.
So we have people giving predictions here on the YouTube live chat. Forest City Kitty said Atlanta's going to be the team to beat in the division. Brandon says Falcons first, Panthers second, Bucs third, Saints fourth. Tristan says Falcons first, Bucs second, Panthers first, Saints fourth. And also Brandon said MV Panther has to be Bryce Young, or we don't win.
I agree with that too. If you told me Bryce Young's not the MV Panther, then I want to switch the Panthers to fourth. If you tell me he is the MV Panther, I think I'm comfortable in third. So I think basically based on what was just said in our YouTube comments and the conversation that Dennis and I just had, I think we're pretty comfortable Falcons first. We're pretty comfortable as a unit, right? Mm-hmm. Looking democracy here, pooling our opinions. Saints fourth. The more optimistic Panther fans amongst us, maybe the more blinded by their blue-colored glasses, have the Panthers in second, and maybe the more pessimistic, calloused over, cynical Panther fans have them down at third, which is where I have them, and you can take with that what you will.